Have you ever felt completely drained, anxious, or doubted yourself around someone, even though you know you're a good person? You might be experiencing narcissistic abuse. This type of abuse isn't physical, it's emotional and psychological, often subtle, which makes it very difficult to recognize. Narcissists manipulate, gaslight, and control others to protect their fragile sense of self, leaving victims feeling confused and powerless. Research shows that long-term exposure to narcissistic abuse can actually alter the brain. The amygdala, which governs fear and stress responses, can become overactive, keeping victims in a constant state of alert and anxiety. The hippocampus, responsible for short-term memory and learning, can be impaired, which makes it easier for the narcissist to distort reality and gaslight their victim. This is why so many victims question their own perceptions and feel like they are losing their mind. Let me tell you a story. Emma was in a relationship with Alex, someone who constantly criticized her, controlled her decisions, and shifted the blame for his mistakes onto her. Over time, Emma began to feel worthless, anxious, and exhausted. She even started to change her behavior to avoid his anger. She stopped speaking up for herself, avoided social gatherings, and doubted her instincts. This is a classic example of how narcissistic abuse gradually chips away at your sense of self. One of the most significant effects of narcissistic abuse is lowered self-esteem. Studies from the University of Amsterdam show that victims often tie their sense of worth to the approval of the narcissist, constantly seeking validation that never comes. Narcissists are masters of blame-shifting, making victims feel responsible for the narcissist's mistakes, moods, and emotional outbursts. Over time, this creates a cycle of self-doubt and dependency. But there are ways to reclaim your power. One essential strategy is setting boundaries. This means clearly defining what behaviors you will tolerate and what you won't. For example, when Alex yelled or tried to manipulate Emma, she began to walk away or stop engaging. Licensed therapists stress that boundaries only work if you follow through consistently. Saying no once isn't enough. You must reinforce it every time your boundaries are challenged. Another effective approach is called gray rocking. Narcissists thrive on drama and emotional reactions. By keeping interactions neutral, short, and unemotional, you prevent the narcissist from gaining control or attention. One-word answers, minimal engagement, and avoiding conflict make it harder for them to manipulate you. Over time, this reduces emotional drain and restores your sense of control. Narcissistic abuse can also lead to trauma-like symptoms, often referred to as narcissistic abuse syndrome. Victims may experience fear, guilt, shame, confusion, low self-esteem, and depression. Physical symptoms such as fatigue, sleep issues, or even adrenal problems can develop due to prolonged stress. These symptoms are real, measurable, and acknowledged by psychologists and social workers worldwide. Emma's journey toward healing didn't happen overnight. She sought therapy, reconnected with friends, and started practicing self-care. By understanding that Alex's abuse was a reflection of his own insecurities and need for control, not a reflection of her worth, she gradually rebuilt her confidence. She learned to trust her instincts again and stopped seeking validation from someone who would never give it freely. It's important to know that narcissistic abuse can happen in any relationship, romantic, family, workplace, or friendship. The abuse is often invisible to outsiders, subtle, and gradual, which makes it even more insidious. Recognizing the signs is the first step toward regaining control of your life. Some key signs include feeling constantly drained or anxious, walking on eggshells, questioning your own memory or sanity, feeling addicted to someone who harms you, and consistently losing your sense of self. If you notice these patterns, it's crucial to set boundaries, minimize contact, and seek professional support. Healing is not only possible, it's necessary. You deserve to feel safe, respected, and valued. Recognize the patterns of abuse, protect your mental and emotional well-being, and rebuild your life. Remember, your worth is not defined by someone else's need for control. By understanding narcissistic abuse, setting boundaries, and reclaiming your power, you can create a happier, healthier life. If you relate to any of these experiences, know that you are not alone. Many people have walked this path and come out stronger on the other side. Take the first step by acknowledging the abuse, educating yourself about it, and reaching out for support. Your healing journey begins with awareness, courage, and self-compassion.